Hello, everybody. My name is Zach Pasquarello, and I wanted to share with you all something that I think is one of the most important aspects of personal finance. I am a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor. I usually make QuickBooks tutorials, but today I'm going to switch it up and talk about how to pay yourself, specifically for business owners. So I own Harrisburg Bookkeeping. I myself am a small business owner, and I also work with, on average, anywhere from 20 to 25 clients, depending on the season. And I do bookkeeping and taxes for my clients. So I have a unique perspective into the finances and business operations of a large variety of business owners. One of the most common issues that I see is people just have one checking account, one credit card for everything. So they don't really know how to separate their business and their personal finances because it's tricky. Whenever you are an employee, that's easy, right? You have one checking account, your employer gives you money every week, every 2 weeks, every month, and you're a W-2 employee. You know how much you're going to make and you get paid. And it's pretty simple. But whenever you're a business owner, at least for me and all of my clients, your income will fluctuate. You have good months, you have slower months, you have really good months, you have not so good months. It all depends on the nature of your business. So it's almost impossible for us small business owners to have a consistent income. So we need to do a little extra planning. And I know this creates a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress for probably the large majority of you, especially the business owners. So I wanted to share with you how I do it, and I hope that this is helpful because it was not easy for me at first whenever I quit my day job in 2020 and I started going full time with my business. So this was a big adjustment for me, and I have monitored my personal finances very closely for the past 5 years. So it was a big adjustment for me, and I think I figured out a relatively good system. No system is perfect, but I think I got a good system, and I'm going to share it with you, and I really hope this is helpful. And if you want to learn more about how I pay myself and how I think you could pay yourself, please reach out. I would be happy to work with you. Check out my website, harrisburgbookkeeping.com. Check out my Facebook business page, Harrisburg Bookkeeping. Or you can just message me on my personal page. Without further ado, we can jump right into my handy dandy Excel document. Okay, so move my face over here. Don't concern yourself with my face. Concern yourself with this right here. Excel can be a big help to you. So here's what I did. First of all, I have one checking account and I have one credit card for my personal life. Business, do whatever you want. Have a couple checking accounts, have a couple credit cards for your business. That's all good. Recommend you guys use QuickBooks to track all that. But for personal, you can keep it simple. I'm a part of a lot of credit card Facebook groups, and everyone's trying to get 20 different credit cards, take advantage of all of the nifty credit card perks. But if you're late on your payments, if you're losing sleep, if you're stressed out about paying your bills, I promise you that extra 2% you're getting back on your airline miles and that extra 3% you're getting back on gas is not going to help. So ditch the credit cards. Just use one. Find a decent credit card, have a good percentage back, good discount on hotels. Just focus on one credit card, and then for your checking account, only use your checking account to pay your monthly payments. So you can see here, I downloaded my checking account transactions, and some of these numbers are made up. just for simplicity purposes, but this will give you a good idea of what you should be working with. So this is the baseline for calculating how much you need to pay yourself. So I use my credit card for all of my expenses that I can. And then all of the fixed expenses, the things you see on this list, I have automatically coming out as an ACH transfer from my checking account. So typically if you have a loan, you won't be able to pay that with a credit card. That makes sense. You can't pay off a loan with another loan. Your PPL, UGI, your water bill, typically those things you cannot pay with a credit card. Can't pay your mortgage with a credit card. I'll just go down the list here. So anywhere you see miscellaneous loan, that is just a personal loan that I have. Try to avoid any loans that charge interest for personal things. Like for example, you see right here this HVAC loan. We recently had a new AC HVAC unit installed in October, and they offered 24 months 0% financing. So we took advantage of that. It was like $10,000. Really not trying to spend 10 grand all at once on a new HVAC. So we got ourselves set up on a payment plan, and we're spending $428 a month. 0% interest. That's very important. This miscellaneous loan, not super important what the details are, but it's 0% interest. So I would not have this loan if it wasn't 0% interest. Health insurance, usually you're going to have to pay that with the checking account. So whatever your health insurance is, for this example, is $59. Your PPL and UGI are going to change on a monthly basis. But luckily, you normally have like 15 to 20 days from the day your bill is posted to the day it's actually due. So set up automatic alerts for your email so that you get a notice every time your bill or your statement becomes available, and find out how much your upcoming bill will be and just add it to your spreadsheet. So these red numbers are all negative. All these negative numbers here are money that I owe. So for example, this PPL bill is $92, this UGI bill is $25. We've got 2 kids currently in daycare. They charge $1,650 per month, so that's never changing. We know exactly how much we owe every single month for daycare. For this example, this phone bill is $80. We just had a baby back in October, so we're paying off some medical bills. I'd encourage you, don't pay all of your medical bills up front. Get set up on a payment plan. They're super helpful. You can normally get 12, 18, 24 months, 0% interest for your medical bills. I already explained this HVAC loan. This mortgage, it's not changing. It's been the same for the past 2 years. $1,263. Another miscellaneous loan. Just keep track of all your loans. Add them to your spreadsheet. That way you know how much you owe. Here we have this water bill. I'll skip the credit card bill for now. Another medical bill. Like I said, we just had a baby, so if you have any kids, that costs a good amount of money. And then life insurance. This here is a life insurance bill that comes out every single month. So these are this is a good example of typical monthly bills that you're going to have. You might have more, you might have less, whatever it might be. Just go to your checking account for the last 2 months, June and July. Download the activity for your checking account. Take out all of the expenses, all the transactions that are not monthly recurring expenses. I'd encourage you to stop using your checking account, put everything on the credit card. Only use your checking account for monthly recurring expenses. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the credit card bill. Like I said, put all of your expenses on the credit card bill. Only have one credit card for now, just to keep things simple. And I say all this if you're struggling to pay your bills. If you're on top of it, if you're a superstar, go ahead, get 20 credit cards, do whatever you want. But this is more geared toward the people who are struggling to pay your bills, struggling to pay on time, and just generally stressed out about everything. So keep it simple. Get rid of all the other credit cards, eliminate the noise, just have one checking account, one credit card. So the last variable to the equation is your credit card bill. And I would highly encourage you, please pay off your credit card. I say all this with the intent of paying off your credit card bill in full every month. So, try not to buy anything that you can't pay for in 20 days. Most people don't have an income problem. Most people have a spending problem. Doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how much money you spend. I could make $30,000 a year and only spend $10,000 a year, and I'd have 20 grand left over. Or I could make $200,000 and I could spend $200,000 every year, and I'd be worse off than the person who has $20,000 left over. So it's really important. Just keep track of your spending. Try to keep it under control, and just don't spend outside of your means. If you make $120,000 a year, that's awesome. Go ahead and spend it all if you want, if that's what makes you happy. But if you're only making 50, don't spend 60. So add all this stuff up. This credit card bill, just like all your other bills, they're going to tell you, your credit card company will tell you 15, 20, 30 days in advance, hey, August 30th, you got a credit card bill coming up, it's due. So add up all this. If you know how to use Excel, it's great. If you don't, bust out the old calculator. Everyone has a calculator on your phone. You got a calculator on the computer. So by adding all of these things together, I know that I need to transfer or pay myself $6,000 this month to cover my bills. So at the end of last month, at the beginning of this month, just before all these bills are due, just transfer $6,000 from your business checking account to your personal checking account. And then that'll be considered owner's pay, owner's distribution, owner's equity. If you're a single member LLC, not taxed as an S corp. So if you're a partnership, if you're an S corp, all this is different, but this is for sole proprietorships, single member LLCs, pass-through entities. All you need to do is transfer, or you can write a check to yourself from your business checking account to your personal checking account. Just transfer this total amount of money. It seems pretty simple now, and it is. You just need a little bit of discipline, a little bit of organization, and I really think that anybody can do this. You just need to plan ahead, and you need to control your spending. So if you want to learn any more tips and tricks about this, feel free to reach out. I'm pretty passionate when it comes to the personal finances. I think this is the number one aspect of personal finances for everybody. I would do this before you start investing in your 401k, IRA, before you start investing in rental properties, before you start buying stocks and bonds. This is the most important thing. You need to lay your foundation before you can start moving on to the next level. So get all of this in check. And then what you can start doing, so this is super cool. Whenever you start making a little bit extra money, you can start planning for things like your 401k. So you can literally pay yourself, pay your investments, and plan on paying them. Just go ahead. Oh, not 200, negative 200. So you want to start adding these things in. Another good one. And this, you can make a separate checking account. Another good one is like a vacation. It's that time of the year. Everyone's trying to go on vacation, but you don't want to spend thousands of dollars. But just every month, put away $150 into your vacation fund. Another good one. Christmas. So you can get really creative with this kind of stuff. You can start saving money now. You can start adding this into your budget, your monthly expenses. Start adding it in now. That way when it comes time to buy Christmas gifts for your kids and family, when it comes time to take vacation, you're not stressing out. You've already saved, $1,500 for vacation. You've already saved $1,200 for Christmas every single month. So you're prepared. So I hope this was helpful. This works for me. If it works for you, let me know how it's going, and if you need any help. That's the video. Hopefully that was helpful. Once again, I am a bookkeeper by day, and I'm passionate about personal finance So this video was intended to help small business owners with your personal finance. I am a bookkeeper. I'm a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor. So if you ever want help with your business, bookkeeping, or your personal finances, reach out. I'd be happy to work with you. So I appreciate you all watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you all in the next video.